I'm gonna have to start calling people more, man. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the StereoVision podcast.
What's good? Episode 111.
Back at y'all, man. After a very, very good week, man. I'm excited to chat today. I'm
Yeah?
kind of fired up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we took a week off from the pod, so there's definitely a lot to talk about.
I know. I feel like we missed out on a lot of shit, but we've been putting out a lot of content. Make sure to tap into that. Fuck these niggas
Yeah?
that don't watch the podcast. If you watch the podcast, we appreciate you. We love you. I got pissed a little bit. I was talking to y'all about it the other day. I don't know.
I've never seen you get pressed over YouTube comments.
Bro, because I feel like niggas wasn't even really listening to what I was saying, and that kind of got me hot a little bit.
I understand. I didn't think we were being negative.
I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about the first reaction mentality a little bit.
Yeah, for context for the listeners, this week Drake dropped 3 more songs on his whatever the page is called, just Instagram exclusive drops. The Plot Twist page. 3 new singles, and we reacted to them on YouTube. Posted a video, got a lot of hate. I don't think I've seen our comments that. But it was since like Doja, bro.
Hey, first and foremost, that's why I wanted to like give a little precursor. You know what I mean? If you support the channel in any way, I appreciate you. Much love to you. You know what I mean? I think we're on the same page there. There's a lot of weird niggas out here, bro. It is really not that fucking deep. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like to be on one side or the other, on both sides. You know what I mean? If you are overly hating on this nigga Drake, or if you overly defend this nigga Drake, bro, like you're doing a lot. But he's just a human being, bro.
Yeah.
I'm listening to music, bro. I want to hear what niggas sound like. You know, they are musicians at the end of the day. This beef shit is so short term, bro. I do not give a fuck about who these niggas, bro. So when these niggas constantly are throwing shots at each other, totally cool, whatever, bro. That's rap. That's the sport of this shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You're cool, bro. That's fun, playful shit, whatever. I want to know how the song sounds. How do I feel about the actual music that's in my ears past, like, you know, I know the lyrical content's going to be good. Flows, whatever, you know, but like subject matter wise, you know? And these niggas were tripping on us for not like really like, I think, overly reacting to like some like subliminal messages that were in these fucking songs. It's like, bro, they've been doing this back and forth. We know what's going to happen. Like I expect it at this point. I'm not going to trip over that. Yeah. I don't know. Did those things like add anything to songs for you? Or are you
what, like a subliminal?
Like at this point.
if it was fire, I'd be like, oh, he's dissing someone. You know, like, yeah, I'd be into it. I didn't. Were there some big ones that we missed that you guys went back and caught?
Bro, no. It was just that little. I don't know. It was like that line in the No Face song. I want to say it was like right before the chorus, maybe, or like after the chorus, something like that. But he was just, you know, basically saying, I'm like we said in the reaction, I'm better than these niggas, bro. Like these niggas tried to throw shots at me, beef with me, like I'm questioning them, but I'm still him. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's the same shit, and like I feel like that's not the point of why he's dropping music anymore. Yeah. And that's all like I feel like a lot of people were focusing on, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I also want to clear up like this myth that, you know, the same steak tastes the same in 2 different scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a delicious filet mignon and you eat it, you know, at 8 p.m. after a whole day's work, skipped lunch, you know, made money, worked out, hungry as hell. You ate that steak. That's going to taste better than you get that steak and you just ate breakfast an hour ago. You know what I mean? You're laying up. You know what I mean? Like even if it's the same steak, there's a lot of other factors that go into the way it tastes. And it's the same with music, where it's like, we do have to be hungry for things. And the way that an artist holds themselves and moves prior to dropping music is going to change the way it sounds. You know what I mean? Like objectively. So like you could drop the same song in 2 different scenarios and it could hit totally different. And I think a lot of the way that Drake has been moving in the past couple months probably made us a little less excited for these songs and probably did affect the way that they sounded a little bit, honestly. And it's not like they're great songs, but
I see what you're saying, but I don't really think so. Like, are you still thinking about that shit?
No, I mean, I think maybe I should have given the No Face song a little bit more grace, but I don't know. I didn't really get it either because these are Drake throwaways, and he's been giving us a bunch of throwaways consistently for the past few weeks. It's great that he's releasing consistent music, I guess, but, you know, after everything that happened with Kendrick, you would want him to be a little bit more reflective. And again, we talk about him ducking off. I think that's necessary. There were periods of time when we didn't get Drake music. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what Views came from. You know what I'm saying? That's what If You're Reading This came from. That's what Nothing Was the Same came from. Yeah. I joked about him like, you know, losing his aura, but he's losing his mystique a little bit, and he's not giving us quality. He's just flooding us with quantity. And I don't know if there's an overall strategy. I think the 100 gigs thing is starting to look kind of cool because now you saw he released a little bit more footage, a lot of stuff with Migos and things like that. But I don't know. I don't see where this is all going. I don't see him building in this next phase of his career. It seems like he's just doing random stuff. And that's more what I was speaking to. It's like, why do we need these songs? These aren't great songs. They're not anything crazy to add to your catalog. You know?
I mean, it doesn't. I think about like Hove, right? And like if you go back into his catalog, I think we all remember the high points. But at this point, like, what was that one album with the red cover, like Kingdom Come or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of albums that someone who's so well regarded in music now is like one of these like legendary figures. He was dropping frequently in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And some of that shit wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
All the way the same as like, but there was probably cuts that were really good. The same way Drake has cuts on these albums that are really good. So I don't really care that he's popping out and doing all this shit anymore. I just am like, you know, I like what I like, and I'm not a huge fan of some other shit, but Drake is always going to be Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm always going to fuck with his music. I'm always going to be a fan. Like, I don't know. My expectations have changed because I am looking at him a little bit differently, bro. Like, I'm not looking to Drake to always be dropping heat. I'm not looking at Drake like, not to say he's not in his prime, but you know what I mean? Like, he's established. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I think it is timing too because we've gotten so much Drake music. So much Drake music lately. The hunger's gone for me personally. I think if these songs came out when like, remember when like Scary Hours 2 came out and it was like Wants and Needs and that whole pack. We hadn't gotten Drake music in at least a year. It was like a big deal. You know what I mean? And I think the other two songs packaged with that might have been not as strong, but like they felt great and we were playing them a lot because we needed that at the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not like gonna make like the like overall comparison, but you know, on our Hooper shit, I feel like he's like LeBron. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like at this point, LeBron is not gonna be the best every game. Mm-hmm. But when he's at his best, he's low key the best player on the court. You know what I mean? Drake is kind of like that for me. Like he's always gonna be active. He's always gonna be dropping, always in a mix. And if it doesn't always be some of his greatest shit ever, I'm not really gonna hold that against him. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter to me because you've already given me greatness for like, you know what I mean? Like it's whatever. But
we're talking about these like we hated these songs too.
I think
we all kind of like.
That's what
SOD.
I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We were all
bro.
vibing to that.
Like that's why I say the LeBron shit because a bad LeBron game is still, you know what I mean, fire. Like that nigga's like still like low key one of the best on the court. You know, like, that shit isn't bad, bro. Like it just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. SOD was cool. I think we had all heard the song though. So besides you,
I love SOD.
So it wasn't like we gave him no over the top reaction. And I think I spoke highly of No Face,
bro.
I think the third one was whatever, but I don't know. I was surprised to see all the hate.
And fuck it, bro. SOD was enough. I said that in the reaction, bro. That is a fire Drake song, bro.
Yeah.
Sweeter Man, please. That should be the next drop. Okay, we just kind of dove into music there. I just want to get some shit off my chest, bro.
No, you're allowed. I saw those texts, bro.
Niggas have me hot, bro.
I saw texts that are way too long for Miles to be sending. Whenever Miles sends over, like he uses a period in the text, I'm like, whoa, I get a little nervous, bro.
Is that weird? I use a lot of punctuation in my text. I think you both have seen me text a lot. Like I think I leave a lot. Is that weird?
No, I didn't see it from you for the first 6 years of our friendship. You never did that. Or at least to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we were texting in like long form like that. You know, I guess we always like lived together or saw each other frequently enough to talk about shit like that or called, you know. But when I do see like sentences from you, I'm like, hold on. Do I need to give this guy a call? Is he doing all right?
I was hot, bro.
You know what my favorite form of texting is? Because you guys sent the Kanye Carti like fake text. Like the spaces, like sending like paragraphs and then sending like spaces.
I used to do that shit
as one message.
I used to do that shit.
It's so funny to me because it's kind of like old people text. Almost.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph. Like I'm breaking this up.
But like you know, my bad habit is I like send back to back to back text. You know what I mean? Like as thoughts are coming into my head, and like I do that like naturally. But then I'm like, wait, I'm probably blowing up someone's phone right now.
I do the same thing. Yeah, but also I think it's like transparent. Like you're like. Like the worst thing in the world to get is a text that's clearly been proofread multiple times. You know, I'm like, damn, like how, like you thought about this. You know, when you get those texts that are really long and you're like, wow, these sentences are structured really well. You're communicating a lot. This is not word vomit. You proofread this. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's that deep, you know?
I send a lot of texts like that.
I don't ever want to tell.